Welcome inside the Strathmore Family Center. It is a big one for the Lomond Lakers on the road taking on the Wheatland Kings as Lomond has an opportunity to go up 3 on the High River Flyers for that final playoff spot. And the Wheatland Kings is kind of stuck in the middle right now. Brett Willen gets another start here as it's kind of middling a little bit right now for the Strathmore Wheatland Kings. But meanwhile, we are underway. And tomorrow we'll get the Wheatland Kings and the High River Flyers head-to-head backhander. Good glove save by Brett Willen. And he will hold on to that. As Strathmore, meanwhile, is on the road on Thursday for their final meeting of the season with High River. The Lomond Lakers win the draw, but it's coming out. Now gathered in the neutral zone by Kyler Ward. Ward up to Snyder. Chase Snyder trying to get in here around his man. Cannot do so. Isaac Benoit carries over the line for the Strathmore Wheatland Kings. Benoit's tripped up. Hard hit there by Gavin Burns. Meanwhile, Willen to the bench of the Wheatland Kings. Will go to a power play. Tyrol goes off for tripping. So tomorrow's game will be the last of the regular season for Lomond. If they fail to get points tonight, I mean that game at home tomorrow for Lomond against the Flyers may as well be for the last playoff spot. Long drive, glove save made by Brady Newton. Of course, remember Lomond's High River's off tonight. They play in Lomond tomorrow and then here in Strathmore on Thursday. So that would mean that the long shot stop made there by Newton. He's going to hold on. So let's say one of those teams, let's say Lomond wins against High River and then High River goes out and wins. We're still tied. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days here to see what happens with that final playoff spot. Meanwhile, Strathmore has clinched the playoffs. And last game out, the Okotoks Bisons also clinch the final playoff spot. So the only spot that's up for grabs is between the Lomond Lakers and the High River Flyers. It's the 6th spot. There's 2 teams that want it. There's only 1 spot available. Let's see how this goes. This is sent down the ice by the Lakers. Still $1:15 of power play time remaining for the Wheatland Kings. Lacey Sandham gives up to Cody Hammond. He gets crunched into the wall there. Now Dakota Cook will fire this one the length of the ice. Gathered in deep by Cole Busslinger. Puts it up the far side, Butterwick. Now here comes Lacey Sandham. Sandham over the line. Knocked off the puck. Sandham skates onto this. Sandham tied up in the corner. Trying to dig this one loose. And the Lakers will get this one all the way down the ice again. 20 seconds to go in the Strathmore power play. Robert Butterwick comes in on the right side for the Wheatland Kings. Butterwick into the middle. A one-timer blockered away by Newton. Another one-timer. Hammond put it high and wide. Butterwick in the corner, trying to get this in front. Butterwick does another stop by Newton. Butterwick down low, Sandham. Lacey Sandham to Butterwick. Butterwick trying to get this one into the middle. He couldn't. It's taken away by Gavin Burns. Burns over the line for Lomond. Centering pass. Didn't get there. Frozen here by Brett Willen, and he will hold on to that. 15 and a quarter to play here in this opening frame. This is the final game of a triple header. We'll have another triple header for you tomorrow. That will all get underway from Coaldale at 5 o'clock. They'll host the Medicine Hat Cubs. Draw one by the Lomond Lakers. Here's Aaron Eroshenko to Chase Snyder. Turned over, and now back comes Garrett Vanderplank. Vanderplank to Lucas Mentrath. He's knocked off the puck. Sunchins now to Vanderplank. Vanderplank up top. Sandham puts this one in deep. Luke Mentrath. Mentrath, one-timer looking in front. Aaron Erashenko couldn't get a shot away, and now here's Chase Snyder for the Lomond Lakers. Snyder carries in, Christian D shoots! Great save by Willett! Tied up here on the near side boards. Mentrath after it. It's going to go over to Eric Sandom. Sandom comes out for the Wheatland Kings. Sandom looking into the middle. Stop shot. He finds someone in the middle. There's Vanderplag. He couldn't get a shot away. Here comes Lomond back the other way. It's Chase Snyder. Snyder into the middle for Stafford. Stafford now. Snyder drops off. Dakota Cook shoots it off the post. Snyder in the corner. Snyder back to the line. Erashenko. D Doherty lets one go. Rebound, scores. Block shot shoveled home by Dakota Cook. 1-0 Lomond. This is a very important game. If Lomond can win this one, that puts all the pressure on the High River Flyers tomorrow night. In fact, if Lomond can win this in regulation and then the one against High River in regulation, that would clinch the playoff spot for the Lakers. So, nonetheless, still a long ways from that. I mean, it's only 1-0 here in the first period, but a big opening goal for the Lakers here on the road. Draw one by Lomond. Here is Bailey Day-Chief on the far side. He got crunched. Adrian Kuzu now to Bailey. Philco Azy comes up to Eric Sandom. Sandom knocked off the puck. Adrian Kuzu into the middle. Tom Tyson. He snaps one. It gets blocked and goes wide. Back to the line. It's held in. Tom Tyson. Ryan Leeper. One-timer wide of the goal. Here's now Hammond. Hammond crunched off the puck. It will come to Fraser. Fraser over to Florence. Florence to Dakota Cook. Cook spins away from a check. Now it's Cook back to the line. Doherty lets one go. Deflected wide. Right up front. What a save made by Willen. Got it with the right pad. Bailey Philco-Azy over to Isaac Benoit. Taking off the puck there. That was Kirk Fraser. And now Bracco back in. Bracco looking to the middle. Bracco couldn't get it there. Covered up by Brady Newton, and he will freeze that. And with the importance of these games, I wouldn't be surprised to see Brady Newton going in all three. He went last night. He's obviously in goal tonight. I would not be shocked at all to see Brady Newton tomorrow night at home against the High River Flyers. Draw one by the Lakers, put up to Chase Honus. Honus will carry it in. Honus, stop shot, leaves it Burns. Now a one-timer, couldn't get it away. Here comes Cole Buslinger back the other way for the Kings. Wheatland Kings, Buslinger after it, taken away though by Gavin Burns. Burns now to, this is Billiard. Billiard over to Honus. Honus now to Kyler Ward. Ward drops off for Clayton Billiard. Billiard drives it wide. Billiard in the middle, drops off. Burns lets one go through traffic. Good save made by Brett Willen. Far side, it's Cole Buslinger. Buslinger now gets this one up to Garrett Vanderplank. Vanderplank comes out with it. Vanderplank takes the middle. He couldn't get the shot away. Butterwick save. Rebound, Rowe just missed. Out front it comes. Rebound still loose. Cleared by the Lakers. Chase Honus. He's got it behind his own net. 6.5 to go, first period. Honus drives it wide. 6:20. Now up top, Fraser shoots. Oh, it nearly leaked through Willen, but it stays out. Couple of good chances at both ends. Draw coming to the right side of Brett Willen. Draw one by the Strathmore Wheatland Kings. Brendan Moore after it there. Now Kirk Fraser off the wall, shoots it, stopped by Willen. As these Wheatland Kings, they come in with 19 points, 2 games left. You win them both, right? You can go to 22 and then 24. So first round bye is not officially out of the question. It's a long shot for sure, but it's something that's definitely going to be in the back of their minds that they might be able to unexpectedly pick up a first round bye. Here is Cody Hammond over to the far side. Benoit into the middle, gets knocked off the puck, and here's Aaron Erashenko up to Charlie Florence. Florence can't get around his man. Zach Sunchins goes up to Vanderplank. Vanderplank gets hit off the puck there, and here's Eroshenko. Eroshenko trying to get it out, can't. And now here's Wasey Sandham. Sandham over the line. He's knocked off the puck. There on the far side, Rule. Now Vanderplank shoots it. Stopped by Brady Newton. 4:07 to play. Garrett Vanderplank trying to tie this game back up for the Wheatland Kings. Draw one by Strathmore. Here's Tom Tyson to Bailey Filco-Azy, and now Luke Menschrath. Now out front, save, rebound, Vanderplank, she'll bang it away. Newton falls on top and covers it up. Good stop by Brady Newton. Face off left side of Newton. 3:36 to go in the opening frame. Draw one cleanly by the Wheatland Kings. Eric Sandham on it. Sandham, Kuzu. Back to Sandham. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Comes harmlessly to Newton, and he will hold on to it. Face off now to Newton's right. 3 1/4 to play in the first period. 1-0 Lomond leads. Draw one cleanly by the Wheatland Kings. Filco-Azy through a sea of bodies. It got blocked. And now here's Dakota Cook. He's got the Lakers on top by a goal. This one put in deep. Cook skates onto it. Dakota Cook trying to drive it wide. Sandham after it there. It's Tom Tyson getting this one up to Adrian Kuzu. Kuzu starts through traffic. And now here comes the Lomond Lakers. This is Bailey Daychief. Daychief right in, shoots it wide. Cook back to the line, Gary Doherty. It's going to come now to Daychief. Daychief into the middle, Dakota Cook spinning and firing, blocked wide. Bailey Filco-Azy over to the far side, Adrian Kuzu. Now to Ryan Leeper. Leeper with a final minute here to go in the first period. Leeper starts in. He's knocked off the puck. It goes in behind the goal to Doherty. Doherty up the near side. Ty Rule. Rule finds Damian Keller. Keller turns that one over. Snyder got crunched into the bench, but Doherty's got it right back. Gary Doherty puts this in behind Filco-Azy, but he handles that one. Final seconds will come off the clock. And we'll go to the lockers. 1-0. Lakers lead it.
Present your ticket stub for tonight's game and receive up to 10% off of your meal at Bunsville Burgers Family Restaurant.
So Lomond scores the lone goal, and it's this one. 1-0 for the visitors for 20 minutes here in Strathmore. 8-7 of the shots on goal. They lead that category by 1. They also lead where it counts. It's 1-0 Lomond after 20 minutes, and we are back inside the Strathmore Family Center and underway between the Lakers and the Wheatland Kings. This one will come to Cody Hammond. He's tied up near sideboards. Puck deep in Wheatland King territory. And there's Kyle Bracco. Bracco looking to get this one out. He's tripped up. So another early power play. They got one early in the first. They'll get one early in the second as well. This time Christian Dees is going off for tripping. Face-off coming to the left side of Newton. A chance to tie the game for the Wheatland Kings. 0 for 1 with 3 shots on the first man advantage. Cathell moves to the near side. Isaac Benoit. Off the wall, it'll come to Garrett Vanderplank. Vanderplank Cathell. One-time fanned on it. It'll come now instead to Damian Keller, who will go off the glass down the ice. And there's Will Cathell. Cathell now starting out with it. Through the neutral zone. Got it up to Kyle Bracco. Bracco knocked off the puck. Charlie Florence. Florence starts in. Here's Will Cathell. Cathell into the middle, take it away. Keller down the ice. Minute to go in the Strathmore power play, and a whole lot of nothing going on it yet. Real good PK here for Lomond early. But here's Mentrap, drops off Vanderplank. Vanderplank to Benoit, what a stop by Newton! Brady Newton comes across and keeps that out. Half a minute to go in the power play. It's going to come right up to Bracco, to Isaac Benoit. Benoit makes a little move, another one into the middle. Vanderplank denied! Brady Newton got it with the blocker. Down the ice, and that should do it. We'll get back to 5-on-5. And right now, as the penalty to Christian Dees expires. But Bracco right in, knocked off the puck, and onto it here is Ty Roll. Roll turns it over, Vanderplank. He shot it, goes wide. Comes off the end boards. Newton keeps it alive. Ty Roll gets crunched. Lambeau over to the near side, Honus. Honus down to Ty Roll. Roll carries right in. Roll to Honus. Honus shoots it. Save. Rebound. Comes to Willen harmlessly, and he'll cover it up. Still 1-0 Lakers. 15:47 to go in the second period. Look at this stop. That was one of them on Newton made. He also made a 10-beller on Isaac Benoit. Thought this was a sure tie game, but Lomond goaltender Newton keeps that out. We stay 1-0 for the Lakers. Here's Snyder up top. It's going to come to Keller. Now Snyder, Doherty. Doherty roll, shooting, glove save. Brett Willen. And he will cover that one up. Face-off now coming back to the left side of Willen. Draw one by the Wheatland Kings, trying to get onto the board for the first time tonight. Wheatland Kings won't be in action till Thursday night, when they will take on the High River Flyers at the Bob Snodgrass Arena. Penalty coming. Another one against Lomond. This one will go against Dakota Cook. So Caleb Rowe gets tripped up. Cook's got to go to the penalty box. And face off to the right of Newton, and another Wheatland King power play. As this one sent the length of the ice immediately by the Lomond Lakers. Couple of chances on that last power play, although with nothing doing. They're 0 for 2. Here's Kyler Ward, knocked off the puck and giving chase back into his own zone. Trey Wells Creighton, and he's just going to leave that for his goaltender Newton, who will freeze it. And the face-off will come to Brady Newton's right-hand side. 10-9 and draws. Lakers lead. They'll win that one as well. Gavin Burns will go into the Strathmore bench. He's trying to go off the glass and out, but the captain didn't have that much control, I guess, so face-off stays deep in Laker territory. Hammond, Sandham, Butterwick out there on the power play for Strathmore. Minute 17 remaining on the power play. One-timer Hammond up in the air. It's loose. It's in. It's in the net. They score, but they're saying no. I'm not sure why they're waving this one off. That one goes up in the air, and I don't know if it's goaltender interference. See if we can get another look on the overhead here. Maybe they're wondering if this is directed in with a glove or a skate. If that's the case, I think it'll count. We'll get an answer right here. She's a good goal. Lacey Sandham gets the goal on the power play. We're tied up at 1. Tense moments here, but she stands. And Lacey Sandham doesn't get a pretty one, but it counts nonetheless. 13 and change to play in the second period. Now it's going to come to Vanderplank over the far side. Sandham hit the post. Up top, Sanchez. Vanderplank. Mantrap shoots. Great save. Newton kicked it out with the left pad. Now it's going to come up to Christian Dees. Drops off Gavin Burns. Burns out of his own zone. Now through center on the left wing. Burns into the middle roll. Roll drops off Schneider. Dees couldn't pull the trigger. another Lomond penalty is coming up. Here they come back over the line, the Wheatland Kings. This is touched up. And this time it's Chase Snyder going to the penalty box. Tripping again. He turned it over, and that's a tough one. That's just a tough place to have the stick, and referee ends up seeing it, and that's really the only way you can get away with it is, it's a trip. You hope that maybe through the sea of bodies, the official doesn't see it. He does and calls it. And so Lomond gives up the goal on the last power play opportunity for Strathmore. It wasn't a pretty one, but it counts nonetheless. Now Hammond jumps off. Butterwick shoots, save Newton. He covers it up. And now a chance for the Wheatland Kings to take the lead. Face-off won by Strathmore. Hammond up top. Vanderplank lets it go, and that's stopped by Newton. Minute 24 in the Strathmore power play remains. 11:05 to go in the second period. 13-11 draws favor the Wheatland Kings, although that one's won by the Lakers. And immediately it sent the full 200. Bucket a quarter to go on the Strathmore power play. Up the wall, it'll come a long pass for Hammond. Hammond over to the near side. Buslinger, he shoots it. It's blocked. Batted out of midair and down the ice by the Lakers. Down to 50 seconds of power play time for Strathmore. Another stretch pass onto the stick of Hammond. Hammond gives chase into the corner out front. Great block by Kyler Ward. Sent down the ice again here by the Lakers. Brett Willen leaves it there for Buslinger. Up the far side, Sandham. Sandham now to Buslinger. Buslinger to Cody Hammond. Hammond carries it in to Robert Butterwick. He shoots it. Good stop by Newton. Here's Dakota Cook on the near side boards. As the penalty is killed, we are back to even strength. 9.5 to go in the second period. Tied up at 1 between the Lomond Lakers and the Strathmore Wheatland Kings. Clayton Billiard knocked off the puck. Billiard puts this one in deep. Here's Lambeau up top. Billiard Hona shooting. Glove saved by Willen, and he hangs on to that. Good save there by Brady Newton. All the power plays thus far have gone the way of the Wheatland Kings, and you wonder if that just makes it a matter of time before you get a couple in a row to the Lomond Lakers. Usually it's how it works. Isaac Benoit over the line, left wing. He shoots it. Stopped by Brady Newton. He's going to cover that one up. 8 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Draw to the right side of Newton. Won by the Lakers. Here's Cord Armstrong to Christian Dees. And now it's taken right back in here by the Wheatland Kings. In deep it'll go. Aaron Eroshenko got it up to Ty Roll. Roll knocked off the puck. Adrian Kuzer over to Will Cathell. Cathell will drive it in for the Wheatland Kings. Cathell looking into the middle. He finds Sandham. That blocked. Comes in behind the goal. Here's Aaron Eroshenko. 7 to play here in this second period. Here's Snyder over on the far side. Shoots it. Good save by Brett Willen. He'll hang on. .647 to go here in the second period. Put up the far boards. Caleb Rowe knocked off the puck. As Daychief comes to Dakota Cook. Cook and Daychief 2-on-0. Cook to the backhand. He took it himself and went wide. 5:56 to go, second period. Driving this one wide. Up top, Sanchez. Far side, Buslinger backhanded. Glove save made there by Brady Newton. .531 to go in the second period. Draw one by Strathmore. Benoit back to the line, Tyson. Now Hammond, Benoit, Tyson. Tees one up. Good save, Newton from the line. And he'll hold on to that. 5:08 to go, second period. Here in Strathmore, tied up at 1 between the Lakers and the Wheatland Kings. And the draw one in their own zone by the Lomond Lakers. Here they come, Keller. Keller right up to Stafford. Stafford driving it wide, taking off the puck, Isaac Benoit. Benoit now to Kyle Bracco. Bracco driving it wide. Bracco, Hammond, Bracco scores! Give and go, Kyle Bracco from Cody Hammond. 2-1 Strathmore. What a finish. Bracco to Hammond, back to Bracco to the back of the net. And Lomond now down by a goal. 4:20 to play. Of course, no matter what, Lomond will just remain tied with High River for that final playoff spot. But remember, High River's got a game in hand. Here comes Keller. Keller up to Clayton Billiard. Billiard trying to drive it wide, can't. Tom Tyson's got it. 3.5 to go. Billiard in the middle, Honus. Honus now Tom Tyson. Tyson knocked off the puck. Kyle Bracco's got it for the Wheatland Kings. Bracco taking it over the line. Bracco in, shooting, gloves, save Brady Newton. And he'll hang on to that. Face off right side of Newton. It's won cleanly by the the Lomond Lakers. Here's Cord Armstrong. Knocked off the puck, Eroshenko. Here comes Charlie Florence. Letting one go from a ways out. Stopped there by Willen. He will hold on. This is the season finale here in Strathmore. Their final game of the season will be on the road, where they'll go to the Bob Snodgrass Recreation Complex to take on the High River Flyers. Oh, what a save! Brad Willen. I'm not sure if Willen got there, if Wells Creighton went over the net or missed it or went off the side of the net or what. Here's a shot, save made by Newton. And now we got a Wheatland King who's down. He lost his bucket. That was Sandham. Appears no worse for the wear. Sandham's got it back on. He's back on the bench, so he looks all good. 17-16 draws. Favor Strathmore, not anymore. It's tied up at 17 apiece. Lomond won that one. Here's Charlie Florence. He'll put it in deep. Final minute upcoming here in the second period. 2-1 Strathmore leads. Now it comes to Kirk Fraser into the middle. Wells Creighton couldn't get around. Now the Wheatland Kings come back. Into the middle, Kuzu denied by Brady Newton. Adrian Kuzu in tight. Great save by Brady Newton. .25 seconds to go in the second period. Draw one by the Lomond Lakers. Chase Schneider up the far side boards. Knocked off the puck. Gathered here by Will Cathell. Cathell right in. Cathell into the middle. Leaper high and wide. That'll do it. Second period comes to a close. Strathmore nursing a 1-goal lead going to the third. It's Brady Newton and company hoping to get at least a point of some kind. Or they risk giving the Flyers, the inside track. That was a real fluky goal that was called back and later overturned. It would stand. And this is your go-ahead. 2-1 Wheatland Kings. Through 20 minutes. Welcome back 40 minutes, I have to say. Welcome back inside the Strathmore Family Center. Final 20 minutes upcoming. They need a big 20 here. If you are the Lomond Lakers, Roll had a chance to go away by himself, but he was pestered enough, and now Schneider back to Burns. Burns, D's. D's now. Trying to get around his man, cannot do so. Kyle Bracco. Puts it into the middle, Isaac Benoit. Benoit to Cathell. Cathell now, near side Hammond. Hammond to Bracco. Bracco finds Cody Hammond. Hammond to Benoit. Benoit, Hammond shooting! Couldn't pull the trigger on it. It didn't get there, and now here come the Lomond Lakers. Looking for the equalizer at some point here in the third period. Ty Rolls got it from Lambeau, and Roll will skate up over the line. Roll puts this one in deep. Lambeau back to the line. Honus. Honus, a one-timer there from Ty Roll, and a good stop by Riley Staub. Excuse me, that was Brett Willen. Kyler Ward stolen from him. Here's Benoit shooting. Blocker save Newton. Kyler Ward tied up far corner. Dug out by Ward, got it to Chase Honus. Honus knocked off the puck. Now it comes to Ty Rule. Rule had a hat trick last time out. Now here's Thomas Lambeau to the net. He couldn't get his shot away. Here comes Will Cathell for the Wheatland Kings. Cathell knocked off the puck. Honus on it for the Lakers in his own zone. Honus up to Gavin Burns. Burns now starts out over the line for the Lakers. Over to the near side. Lambeau right in front, denied by Willen. Lambeau looking for Cook. Lambeau to Dakota Cook. Oh, what a glove save by Brett Willen. Flashing the leather, keeping his club on top by one. Two big saves on Thomas Lambeau by Brett Willen. Stafford on the draw against Cole Busslinger. And it's won by the Wheatland Kings. Brendan Moore starts out. Moore in over the line. Moore into the middle. Stafford intercepts. Now gives it up to Gary Doherty. Doherty back the other way. Turn back. Now it's Robert Butterwick. Butterwick in. Butterwick shoots. It's stopped by Newton. Here's Stafford to Daychief. Daychief knocked off the puck. Fraser now to Dakota Cook. Cook shooting, scores upstairs. Dakota Cook, what a shot. We're tied up at 2. Kirk Fraser, Bailey Daychief on the assist. Look at that shot. Changing the angle and roofing that one, Dakota Cook. It's his second of the game. And just kind of freezing Willen a bit, and then he just couldn't get the glove there in time. And now the Lomond Lakers, with 13:44 to go in the third, have tied us up. So, an important next 13 minutes and change here. Massive playoff implications. Caleb Rowe now to Busslinger, Phil Cohazy, Tom Tyson. Sean Rowe, there's Caleb Rowe, knocked off the puck. It'll come back into the neutral zone. Tom Tyson won a foot race to deny a potential breakaway the other way. Now Leaper on it in the corner. Taking off the puck, Keller. Into the far corner, Gary Doherty. Doherty to Trey Wells Creighton, and now Charlie Florence on it. Florence, drop shot for Wells Creighton. Wells Creighton driving it in. Trey Wells Creighton, a one-timer blocked. Florence to Kirk Fraser. Trey Wells Creighton shooting it wide. Kirk Fraser in the corner, dug loose by Bailey Filcoazy. Now it'll come to Ryan Leaper. Leaper gains the line for the Wheatland Kings. He's played neatly off the puck. A hard hit in the corner there on Damian Keller. Damian Keller will start back the other way. Ty Rule. Rule gets crunched. Leaves it there, though, for Charlie Florence. Florence right in. Lost control of the puck. Phil Cohazy on it. Now Florence. Florence knocked off the puck. Tom Tyson's got it. For the Wheatland Kings in the corner. Final 10 minutes in the period upcoming. Florence able to maintain in the offensive zone. Knocked off the puck, however. It'll come to Wasey Sandham, the former Laker. And Sandham knocked off the puck. It'll come right back, though, to Tom Tyson. Tyson in. Couldn't get this one into the middle. Dees controls. Dees to Damian Keller. Keller will carry in with 9 and change to play. Keller makes a move to the net. Christian Dees, far side. Good defensive play. Ends up on the stick of Ryan Leeper. Now it'll come to Sandom. Sandom to Garrett Vanderplank. Vanderplank looking to take this to the net. Into the middle, Sandom. He gets knocked away, and it will come instead to Adam Stafford. Stafford carries out. Bailey Daychief. He's got a man in the net. Daychief, he can't get around Sunchins. Sunchins, he deftly knocks his man off the puck. And Sunchins will come back out for the Wheatland Kings. 7:41 to go in the third period. Tied up at 2. Lacey Sandom knocked off the puck. Here's Stafford. Stafford over the line. He's tied up there by Zach Sunchins. Cody Hammond now to Luke Mentrath. Mentrath will carry in for the Wheatland Kings. A shot blocked there by Damian Keller. This will come to Stafford. Stafford driving it wide. Good hit there. Now Kyle Bracco over to the far side. Benoit. Now Honus. Chase Honus. Going into his own zone, into the offensive zone. Honus looking to get it to the net. Honus can't. It's going to come harmlessly to Brett Willen. And he will hold on to that. 5:51 to go in the third period. Capacity crowd here at the Strathmore Family Center. Their boys tied up at 2 with Lomond. 5:51 to go. Now one-timer, great save, glove hand by Brett Willen on Chase Honus. Face-off, left side of Willen. And winning that, Burns back to Ward into the middle. Honus! Another good stop by Brett Willen. .5:23 to go here in the third period. Draw one in their own zone by the Wheatland Kings. Is there a late hero, or do we have free hockey on the horizon? Isaac Benoit driving it wide. Comes harmlessly to Newton. He keeps it alive for Kyler Ward. Deferring there to Roll. Roll now to Chase Snyder. Snyder through center ice. Snyder on the left wing. Puts this in deep. Gathered there by Hayden Vanderplank. He comes out the near side. Puts it up the boards. Isaac Benoit. Benoit can't get this through center ice. It's knocked away. Snyder gives up to the captain, Burns. Burns out of Dees. Dees to Snyder. Snyder carries right in. Snyder from the high slot. Good save, Willen. And he will hold on to that one. 3:34 to go in the third period. Draw to the right side of Willen. Won cleanly by the Lakers. Gavin Burns in the middle. Here's Florence. Charlie Florence through a sea of bodies. And Willen had to be sharp. He makes the glove save and holds on. 3 1/4 to play. Strathmore 2, Lomond 2. Fraser on the draw against Busslinger. Busslinger wins it cleanly in his own zone. Oh, Cathell nearly turned it over, but Hayden Vanderplank there to make sure it's not in danger. Now Butterwick, 2-on-1, maybe Strathmore. Butterwick shoots it. Glove save by Newton. Newton, a big stop with 2:46 to go, keeping this tied up at 2. High River, you know, their eyes are locked on this one. They're hoping for a late regulation goal by Strathmore. And that would open the door for the High River Flyers to clinch the final playoff spot tomorrow with a point of any kind. Or with, a win of any kind. Here's Trey Wells Creighton over the line, faking, drops off Doherty. Doherty high slot, knocked off the puck. Here comes Adrian Kuzu. He's just got one to beat. Kuzu driving wide on Keller. Stops up. Kuzu to the middle. Kuzu, a backhander, glove save Newton. 91 seconds to go in regulation. Overtime on the horizon between these two clubs, unless someone in black or someone in white, someone in black and gold or white and baby blue can find a late hero. This one will come harmlessly again to Newton. Buck at 1/4 to play still. Third period. Still even up. It's 2-2. No matter what happens, Lomond goes back home tomorrow for their season finale with the High River Flyers. Gavin Burns starts out, puts it into the middle, Kyler Ward. Ward now trying to get this one through center. Ward drops off, Bailey Daychief. Daychief now tied up by Moore. Trying to go into the middle, it's intercepted, and Sandham will come back the other way. Sandham knocked off the puck. Sandham still on it. One-timer in front, goes wide. Here's Mentrath up top. Sandham far side. Vanderplank, what a save by Newton late. To the line more. Vanderplank shooting. It goes wide of the net. Half a minute to go. All kinds of pressure here for the Wheatland Kings. But it looks like the Lakers will get it out. This is Bailey Daychief. Oh, he got run over on the near side. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Still 2-2. Isaac Benoit into the middle, Sunchins. Now Brendan Moore. Moore, Benoit, they're just going to take the time off the clock, I think. Garrett Vanderplank, he starts in. Taken away from him by Ward. Maybe one final shot for Lomond. No, they're not going to get it. Maybe one for Strathmore. No, the buzzer goes, and we go to overtime. And each of these teams will put 1 point in the bank. So that means as of right now, the Lomond Lakers are 1 point up on the High River Flyers for the final playoff spot. High River, 2 games remaining. One of them is tomorrow against Lomond. Lomond just 1 game remaining tomorrow against High River. So before we get going, let's go through the scenarios. Either Lomond wins this one. That means they go up 2 points on the Flyers. If that game goes to overtime tomorrow, let's say High River wins an OT, they would go to 12. Lomond would go to 13. So that means all Lomond needs to do tomorrow, if they win tonight, is just get points. Whereas if Lomond loses tonight, they're at 11. Let's say they stay at 11. It goes to overtime. High River wins. They'd both be tied at 12. So Lomond has kept themselves in the conversation with a point no matter what. Let's go. OT, baby. Welcome back inside the Strathmore Family Center. 3-on-3 overtime on tap. And this point is absolutely vital to the Lakers. As here is Will Cathell. With a Benoit in the middle, he shoots it. It gets blocked away. Benoit now to Bracco. Benoit shoots! Oh, he rang it off the bar! Benoit inches from sending this crowd into a frenzy and making the Lakers settle for just the one. But we stay alive here in overtime. Just 34 seconds gone. Christian Dees takes it and the Lakers win the draw. They'll start out. Dees got run over. And now back the other way come the Strathmore Wheatland Kings. Kyle Bracco steps around Burns. Burns, though, pesters him, and Dees steps onto it. Dees over the line on the left wing. Dees trying to come into the middle. Stolen goal by Isaac Benoit. Benoit comes back the other way. Benoit through center. He's on the left side. He gets knocked off the puck, and Dees has it now. Dees now to tie Roll. Roll on the far side. Roll driving it wide. Roll into the middle, Dees. Dees shoots, save, rebound for Dees. Still, it's alive. One-timer blocked in front. Here's Tyrell. Back to the line, broken up by Bracco. Bracco's got a chance back the other way. Breakaway Bracco. Into the middle it comes Mentrath. Stolen from him, and now Schneider back the other way for Lomond. Schneider to win it. He drops off Doherty. Doherty shoots. Blocked. Rebound Schneider. Schneider billiard shooting. Glove save Willen. Willen will hold on. Oh boy. Back and forth we go in overtime. And we stay alive. Face-off, left side of Brent Willen. Minute 54 to go in overtime. Draw one by the Wheatland Kings. Here's Brendan Moore. Out the far side, Moore. He's going to drive it into the middle. Mentrath, oh, it's tight. Save, rebound, scores! Luke Mentrath walks it off for the Wheatland Kings in overtime. Lomond's got to settle for the single point. The Wheatland Kings will go to 21. They pick up the second. So that means that tomorrow, with the Lakers up just one on High River, if Lomond can at least get a point in that one, they will at least stay even with the Flyers. But of course, the Flyers got one more game against these Wheatland Kings in the High River on Thursday. A regulation High River win would put the nail in the coffin for the Lakers, as that extra point was a big one. But that being said, they did come from behind in the third, so that single point is also a big one and takes a little bit of pressure off, but not much. Nonetheless, Cody Hammond is your third star with a couple of assists. The Lakers get outshot 33-24. Luke Menschrath, he is your first star, and the one goal he scored, pretty important. He was the overtime winner for the Wheatland Kings. And Dakota Cook, 2 goals, the only 2 goals for Lomond, both Dakota Cooks. And this was a beauty, and that's what tied us up in the third period. Let's take a look at your box score, and then we'll send you off and say goodnight. Before we do that, we'll obviously give you a look at what tomorrow brings. But your box score, Dakota Cook gets us off and running at 7:50 from Gary Doherty and Aaron Erashenko. That's in the first period. Then in the second at 6:22, Wasey Sandham, a fluky one. Cody Hammond gets the assist. So does Cole Busslinger. At 15:40, it's 2-1 Wheatland Kings. Kyle Bracco from Hammond and Benoit. In the third period, Cook ties it up at 6:16 from Fraser and Daychief. But at 3:16 of overtime, Luke Menschrath, no assists needed. He wins it for the Wheatland Kings. Final is 3-2 Strathmore. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. And let me just give you a quick rundown of what we got in store. 5 p.m. The Medicine Hat Cubs are in Coaldale, taking on the Copperheads on the back-to-back of a home-at-home. The 3-game set between Cochrane and Okotoks will wrap up in Okotoks at 6:30. And the prime-time game will be the one we all are waiting for from Clare's home, where the Lomond Lakers will host the High River Flyers. Winner of that one. So basically, if Lomond wins that one in regulation, they go to the playoffs. They clinch, I think. Yeah, because if Lomond wins, that would put them up 4 points on High River if they win in regulation. And then High River could only get 3 against Strathmore. So if Lomond wins in regulation, they clinch. If Lomond loses in overtime, they stay tied, and we could have a tiebreaker if High River loses to Strathmore the following game. If Lomond wins in overtime, right? So that was if Lomond loses in overtime, because they go to 12, High River goes to 12. Lomond wins in overtime. That means Lomond would go to 14. High River would stay at 11, and they would have to beat Strathmore on Thursday to force a tiebreaker. So the scenarios are there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, if you can keep up. Thanks for tuning in, though. Good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.